Yes, guitarists, you read that title right. In today's episode, we're going through the top 10 riffs of all time. And for each riff, we're gonna have a killer Les Paul to show you. So join me as we go through a journey through time to check out the best riffs ever made on a Gibson Les Paul. I have to say, I'm a little bit excited for this one, so let's get straight into it. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury drum machines here in Nottingham, England. I have to say I'm so excited to bring you this video today. We've got 10 riffs on 10 Les Pauls and we're gonna have a bit of fun. So let's start off with riff number 10. So starting off with a bang at riff number 10, this is made by one of my favorite guitar players of all time. We're taking a trip back to the 80s with this one, and this riff appeared on a debut single for one of the biggest bands in the world. Initially released to a UK audience in 1987, this song did fall under the radar initially, but then when it was re-released after the band started to have some success, it got very, very popular. This song was essentially a soundtrack for LA in the late 80s. I'm sure you've guessed it by now, but this is Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle. Let's get that delay pedal on. Kicking off the episode, I've got a beautiful Gibson Les Paul replica. This is not a Gibson product. We did do a video of this earlier last week, so make sure to go and check it out. Obviously very reminiscent of the Chris Derrick's model that Slash would have used on this album, so I thought it was only appropriate to use a Gibson Les Paul replica today. For the delay tones, you're hearing the Galaxy Tape Echo, obviously for that intro section and the solo, and I used our brand new beautiful vintage Vox wah to get a little bit of wah tones on the solo. I feel like Slash always kind of used wah on solos, even if he wasn't necessarily moving the wah pedal. It really created that mid-range hump that he got on Appetite. Other than that, I'm choosing the Spark Booster going into the second channel of the Mesa Boogie Mark V. Lots of mid-range. I was really happy with the tone. Let me know what you think down below. Let's move on to riff number 9. For riff number 9, we're taking a journey back here to the UK. This was released in 1994 and was a part of the Britpop explosion. This song came together so quickly, written by Noel Gallagher on his Les Paul Standard. This is Supersonic by Oasis. So riff number 9 was played on this gorgeous Gibson Les Paul Standard. This was made in 2009 and it's a limited edition run, one of 275, and it's in the Pacific Reef finish. For a Les Paul Standard, it's got some quirky specs like an ebony fingerboard. It's also got the kind of button-style tuners, which are metal, kind of like the Junior style, and we have reflector-style knobs. But other than that, it's pretty much just a Les Paul Standard, but it sounds incredible for Oasis. Got a really nice throaty mid-range. I love Oasis and I love Supersonic, so I hope you enjoyed that one today. Let's move to riff number 8. For riff number 8, we're taking a journey into the 2000s. I'm sure a lot of you were expecting to hear a riff from 2000s in today's episode. It's an incredible blend of glam rock meets hard rock, and the riffs in this song are absolutely to die for. So let's hear it. This is I Believe in a Thing Called Love. So the next guitar we have is a Gibson Les Paul Supreme. We don't show these on the channel too much, but these are such thick and understated Les Pauls in my opinion. Coming from the USA Standard line, these are kind of the highest end Gibson Les Pauls made outside of the custom shop, would say. This is one of the old-fashioned ones. It's definitely seen a lot of playing wear. Obviously ebony finish, speed knobs, got the 490R, 498T pickups in this one, ebony fingerboards, Super 400 inlays. It's definitely kitted out to play some darkness. And I was really happy with them low, kind of sludgy chugging tones I was getting from this bridge pickup. This is an absolute steal for the money in my opinion, like a decked out Les Paul custom. Riff number 7 now, written by one of the best guitar players to ever live. This was written by Gary Moore in the 1990s. And lucky for me, I've got the original Collector's Choice Greenie guitar to play this riff on. This has Still Got the Blues by Gary Moore. So for that riff, I was using this gorgeous Collector's Choice Greenie replica. This is the first one that the Gibson Custom Shop did. Again, we've got a full video of this guitar on our channel, so make sure to check it out. To get that tone, I had actually cocked the wah to give it a bit more of a mid-range boost. I'm using the neck pickup of this beautiful guitar. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next riff. So for riff number 6, we're taking a journey back to the 70s. Written by a guitar player that actually came from my hometown, Mick Ronson, this is Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. So for Rebel Rebel, this is the guitar that I'm using. This is a Gibson Les Paul Smartwood. I thought it was appropriate because obviously it's a natural guitar, and I know Mick Ronson was known for using like a natural Les Paul custom, which I've always thought looked so killer, so I thought this would be an appropriate choice for today's episode. To get that tone, I was on the neck pickup, but I pushed the treble very hard on the gain stage to kind of get that slightly fuzzy tone that Mick Ronson got. I think he used one of them tone bender fuzz pedals, but I might be wrong. So I tried to replicate that there just to get a bit more of a fuzzy tone. But I hope you enjoyed Rebel Rebel. Let's move on to the next riff. Riff number 5, now we're still in the 70s and we're going to be moving on to a little bit of Thin Lizzy. This is The Boys Are Back in Town, one of the coolest riffs ever. boys are back in town. I'm using another Les Paul Supreme. This one's a very nice example with flamed maple on both sides. Again, these are such good value guitars, these Les Paul Supreme. The reason I chose this guitar is mainly because of the resonance. It's got such a big body, it's got an incredibly powerful power chord sound. And for this Thin Lizzy track, you really want that power coming through in the riff. So yeah, that is the Les Paul Supreme for The Boys Are Back in Town. Let's move on to the next riff. Riff number 4 now, we're getting a little bit heavier for this one. Released on the 20th of September in 1980 and appeared on the Blizzard of Oz album, this is Crazy Train by Randy Rhoads and Ozzy Osbourne. So for Crazy Train, I use this awesome Tangerine Burst RO reissue. I'm starting to develop a little bit of a soft spot for ROs. I love the thin neck shape, great for shred stuff just like this. And I have to say, so far, this is my favorite guitar I've played in today's episode. I'm a big fan of the Clown Burst or the Tangerine Burst, and it's got such a nice dark rosewood fingerboard. To get that tone, I was on the bridge pickup of the guitar. I was using a chorus setting from the Astra modulation machine, and I was boosting the second channel of the Mesa Boogie with a Spark booster and the gain stage from JHS. But let's move on to the next riff. Riff number 3 now. This riff is a complex one. Featuring a wah pedal through the entirety of the riff, it's such a unique and harmonic-filled riff. Released on the 24th of June in 1985 on the Brothers in Arms album, this is Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. For that riff, I was using this crazy Les Paul Special. This is a custom shop recreation. This guitar has a killer blue finish. It's got gold hardware and even gold pole pieces on the P90s. Nice rosewood board, and it's got a really nice thick neck. I thought it sounded good with a wah pedal, so I thought I'd do it for the Dire Straits riff. But I had a lot of fun playing that. Let's go to the next riff. Riff number 2, now we're taking a trip back to the 80s, and yes, we're taking a trip back to Appetite for Destruction. Where there's guitar players, there is this riff. Whether you're in a guitar shop, whether you're at the NAMM show, this riff is being played non-stop. Initially written as a bit of a joke, this song is supposed to mimic the sound of a circus anthem. I'm sure you've worked it out by now, but this is Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. So for Sweet Child of Mine, I'm using a Slash signature. This is a Gibson USA Rosso Corsa with the beautiful zebra pickups and 60s style knobs. My secret for getting the intro tone to Sweet Child of Mine is by cocking the wire in the middle, and it creates this really nice mid-range tone. I assume you got it from an equalizer, or maybe you used a wire in the studio, but this is the tone. You just need to dial it in, but if you listen to the isolated recordings, there's a lot of mid-range on that. And so if you're trying to get the intro tone to Sweet Child of Mine, I'd recommend cocking a wire right in the middle and just finding that sweet spot, because it just sounds so good when you've dialed it in. Now let's go to the final riff. For riff number 1, we're going all the way back to 1969. This song helped define hard rock and early heavy metal. The pure energy from this song made it groundbreaking. Released on Led Zeppelin 2, this is A Whole Lot of Love, written by Jimmy Page and of course by Led Zeppelin. Let's hear it. So that is our final riff today, A Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin, obviously by the amazing Jimmy Page. For that riff, I decided to use this R5, this beautiful P90 loaded, platinum finished Les Paul. I thought it had the jangle that you got on that original recording. I always find that riff really hard to play. That bend and the open string note is so hard to get. If you've learned it, you'll know. So I tried my best there. I'm not the best recreation of that riff, but I hope you guys enjoyed all the same. Now let's go to the outro and conclude this video. So guitarists, that's the end of another Squealing Pig Guitars video. I really hope you've enjoyed our journey through time as we check out some of the best riffs ever made on a Gibson Les Paul. Let me know what you think of our Gibson Les Paul riffs list. Would you have added another riff that wasn't on there? Let me know down below. And also let me know your favorite guitar from today's episode. But as always guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the video, hit the hype points button, comment your thoughts down below, and make sure to hit that big red subscribe button to become a part of the Squealing Pig Guitars family. But that is the end of today's video, guys. My name is Ben Keightley, this is Squealing Pig Guitars, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.